Right. I am live on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, and on TikTok. Right. Okay. So let's start today's live session. Hello, everyone. I'm Asiri Pereira, and I am here to inspire you to get into higher education and looking for learning opportunities abroad. And I'm also trying to help many students to start courses online. Right. So today's Facebook Live or the social media live is all about CAS interview preparation guidelines for UK students, whoever who's looking forward to apply for UK universities. It is very important that you prepare yourself for the CAS interview, which is the confirmation of acceptance for studies by the universities. They are um, doing credibility interviews for the students to ensure that the genuine and skillful students are recruited for the university's higher education industry in the UK. Right. So you already know me. I'm Masiri Pereira. I'm live on Facebook. I'm live on TikTok and Instagram and LinkedIn and also on YouTube. So if you search social media, Learn to Rise, hashtag Learn to Rise with Asiri Pereira, you will find me on social media. Right. So let's start today's presentation. First of all, I would like to give a little bit of an introduction about me, why you should follow me, and what I can do for you, how you can get to know me. Right. So I have been in the education industry for past 15 years in the UK, and I have helped thousands of students to pursue their higher education higher education abroad. Um, if you go to asiripereira.com, you'll learn about me, how I have started my career, and what qualifications I have, and how I can help you with different product portfolio that I have. I am based in the UK, and I have offices in Sri Lanka. I am open to the world, so I can get you anybody in the world can connect with me for to search opportunities abroad for studies, job opportunities, and any social network like CSR, which is the corporate social responsibility activities. We also have community activities that we do for charity. So if you would like to get into if you want to get more information about what charitable activities that you can connect with me through the foundation, Asiri Pereira Foundation. I would love to get involved many people as possible for the community's best interests. Right. So I am waiting for some people to join. So I will start my presentation for today. I'm glad that I'm actively on social media. I am getting a lot of inquiries, love, and communication, networking opportunities from across the globe. I am glad I can offer you something valuable for your studies, for your students, and for the agencies that I work with, and also parents. A lot of parents asking me so many questions: how to get their children to higher education abroad, what universities are available now, what is your intakes, how much it's going to cost, how can I start the journey, how long it might take to get the visas, are you sure about visas, what is the eligibility requirement, if I do everything right, will I definitely get the visas? So many questions coming up from the parents. I am trying to get you all the answers that I possibly can. I'm glad I have helped 1,251 students so far to get into universities abroad. We work closely with a lot of universities in different countries. especially UK. So we work with almost all the universities in UK for student recruitment, and we work with universities in USA, universities in Canada, Australia, New Zealand, some universities in Europe, such as Malta, Italy, and France, and some of the universities in Singapore and um, Malaysia. So, and Dubai as well. So, we are working with the Dubai institutions and Dubai based universities to help getting more students from abroad. So I work with individuals from India, Pakistan, Nepal, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, Italy, France, some European countries, and some Middle East countries. So I am getting inquiries. I'm so glad about it. Thank you so much for the love and care that you're offering me. I've started this Facebook campaign about a couple of months ago, and I am glad the inquiries coming from especially Southeast Asia, such as Bangladesh and Nepal. So a lot of students have already in the process of getting to know me and applying for the offer letters, and some people have received their um, offers, unconditional offers. Some have completed their CAS interview process. Studying in the UK is a entire program of few months or few weeks at least. If you're eligible now, for example, you need to be eligible for the course first, and you need to have uh, you know educational background for higher education opportunities, to see whether you are eligible for undergraduate courses, postgraduate courses, master's research courses we do. So ask me questions. I'm here to help anybody in the world who you could be from any continent. I have helped thousands of students already. I don't mind helping many more thousand students because that is my passion and that is my vision for life. I think I have been helping. I have been in the industry, education industry in the UK for past 15 years, as I told you. So I've been teaching, I've been lecturing, I've been helping students to get into the universities, improving their employability skills, giving them the tips and trainings and advices how to proceed with their visa requirements. What are the documents that you need? So I know so many people have maybe are interested to study abroad. Uh, okay, so yeah, many people have contacted me to ask how they can get more information. Okay, so without further ado, I'm going to start my presentation today. Is about CAS interview preparation guidelines for the students. So whoever who's interested or have got the offer letters from the universities and they are preparing these days for the CAS interviews for the final, because September intake students may go through interview and maybe they are in the process of applying for the visas. So in this video today, I am going to give you some tips and some tips about how you can you can think of passing this CAS interview. It's very important. If you fail CAS interview, you wouldn't get the chance to go for the CAS and then apply for the visa. So it's the kind of the end of the story. Then you have to try again for another university, another course, another intake. So it's really important how you are preparing yourself for the CAS interviews. Okay, so I will show you the guidelines that we have prepared for the students. So credibility interview. Credibility interview. What is a credibility interview? Um, it is introduced by the UK Visas and Immigration to ensure that only the genuine students are applied for the universities and get the visas to study in the UK, because it's very important. It's very important for an economy, for our economy. It's very important, and the university. It's important, and to keep up with the quality of the education that UK holds so far, it's very important. Genuine students who are having the ability, language skills, and who are genuinely wanting to study. Because I have seen some of the students drop out because there are economic migrants to the UK. They are not genuinely want to study. So that kind of students we don't want to entertain. So that's why UKVI has come up with this CAS interview process, which is called credibility interview, done by the UKVI on most of the students. Some of the students may not get, but it's randomly they select and get you the call you for an interview to see whether you are a genuine student, and that's very important. So uh, so the credibility interview is from the UKVI, but the universities do the pre-CAS interview, which is similar to the credibility interview done by the UKVI, because the universities must protect their interests, and make sure that, because these the university license might affect if the universities will not recruit genuine students. So it's very important. It's very important with ourselves. So we do interviews all our students as well, to ensure that we are doing it the right, we are doing it right for the country, for the universities, for you as well. Because imagine if you're not skillful enough, and you're not educated enough, or you are not having good communication skills, the English language skills, you will struggle. You will definitely struggle. It's okay. I mean, we all learn, but there should be a minimum requirement of language skills if you're thinking of going to UK for the higher education. So we are screening our students as well. We help them. If you're not capable enough, then we help them to improve their skills, and you can study with us for about few months before you apply for the visa. We have university pathway programs that is done in by separately by bmlcollege.com. If you go to bmlcollege.com, you will understand what type of courses that we are doing in order to prepare students for these challenges. Right, so thank you so much for joining me on my Facebook Live. I'm on Instagram, I'm on YouTube and TikTok and LinkedIn Live. I'm so glad I am doing some active participation on social media to help many of students to get information about how best we can help with your higher educational journey. Okay, so I'm just waiting to see. I hope you can hear me well. I'm just trying to see if you. Okay, right. Let me double check. Uh, right. So if you have any questions throughout this uh, program, or the yeah, you can text me if you have any questions. I'm happy to help. So let me see. Right, okay. So I'm live on Facebook, I'm live on TikTok and Instagram, LinkedIn, and YouTube. So you can find me on hashtag Learn Do Rise with Asiri Pereira, or you can click asiripereira.com and get more information about me, what I do, and how you can get to know me and how I can help you in return. Right. So the credibility interview is all about the interview that is done by UKVI to check your genuineness, the genuine intentions of applying for a study visa, right? So yes, and then the credibility interview can take place face to face, as well as uh, over the internet, or on Zoom or Skype. So that information, if you want to know about how if you get any email from UKVI saying that you are supposed to be facing credibility interviews and you don't know how to prepare yourself, you can contact me. I'm here to help. So yeah. So what they will ask in the credibility interview is all about your knowledge. Why did you why did you choose the particular university? Why which what other universities that you have considered and why you have selected this particular university, and see your knowledge and understanding about the program. What are the subjects that you're going to learn? Why you're learning those? What is the return on investment that you're expecting? And also, why do you want to study in the UK? Why not other countries? And where you will live in the UK when you come to the UK or for studies, where you will live, what is the location of your university, how long is the travel distance, and describe the university campus. Have you seen the brochures? Have you analyzed how many what are the facilities that they have? What is the teaching quality look like? So I will give you examples later, but I'm just giving you now what what information that possibly they will ask during the credibility interview. So yeah, so they will ask about your study fit, whether you are doing the same that you have been doing in the past education. Are you continuing? For example, you may have business administration undergraduate, and you are coming for master's research in business administration or management leadership. That is justifiable. But if you're from some totally different area, totally different experience, but you're coming for the completely different masters, then there is a issue, credibility issue in that. So you need to just you are given a chance to justify your choices. What made you select UK? What is the university course that you are doing, and why did you plan that? And you're going to spend a lot of money on that, and what is the return on investment that you will gain out of this? And they will also inquire about your travel history, whether you have visited any other countries, and for what purpose that you have visited, whether you have been in the UK before, is there any adverse travel history that you want to raise, right? It's very important that you're giving your genuine information. It's very important. And then they will also ask about what you will do after studies. So then you need to say what is your intentions are, whether you want to pursue further education or look for jobs in the UK, or return back to your home country to start your own business, or to get better job opportunities, or whether you want to travel the world. I mean, there are a lot of opportunities now in the world. So if you don't have to stay in the UK, but you can say things like, if you're looking forward now, for example, some of my students who have completed their studies have returned back to their home countries to pursue their careers, and also to start their own businesses, to travel the world, to looking for opportunities elsewhere. So you need to come up with your plan. So you should be very confident in answering these questions, because it's very important that you're doing it right, because it is the information that you will give will be based on the outcome. So the outcome will be based on the information that you will give at the interview. So be confident, have a plan, read about it, search more information, confident about what you will do, and plan it in advance. And you'll be able to then talk confidently. If you are not planning it well, if you think that if you take it easy and you don't have any idea what is a course and why do it, because some of the students I've noticed, they don't know what they're doing. They don't know what is the course that they have been selected, and what are the subjects, and why you should study these subjects, and what is the return on investment that, because this university courses are about £15,000 a year average, right? So you're spending a lot of money on these courses, and you don't know what is the return that you're going to get. That seems vague. So that's why a lot of students fail the CAS interview. I have seen students fail this because they are not confident enough talking about what. is the what is the purpose of their studies, you know. So I am here to help and build the confidence to help um, help students to get to know about um, what is the university, because we have university brochures, we have university information with us, so we can guide you through how you can prepare for your particular course, getting to know all the information, and then you can think of the right way, the guidance, right guidelines to start um facing these interviews. Right, the next question is, okay, so next question is, yeah, the research knowledge, yeah. So the next question they may ask about your, after you have completed the course, do you think you will stay in the UK to complete another higher level education, or will you go back? Or what is your future plans? Okay, so you need to have confident answer what actually you are going to do. Okay, and then what is the teaching method? Okay, so you need to understand about this teaching methods. It's very important. UK has blended learning, which is on campus, as well as some online sessions, webinars, seminars, in different type of assessments, educational trips. So there are different types of research programs, internships, apprentices. So there are different types of learning methods. So you need to understand what type of a learning method that you are going to follow. Now, for example, if it is a research program, so then you may have to work independently on a research with under supervision. So you need to understand what is the research topic would like, and what is the who's your supervisor allocated, what is the faculty, where it is located, how you are going to plan this to gather the data, are you going to do a qualitative research or quantitative research, and what type of research that you are going to do, inductive research, deductive research, how you are going to collect the data, whether it's online, survey, interviews, observations, field work. So you need to be exactly understand what type of uh, uh, research that you're going to do. Okay, so please be confident about all this information, because that is what matters during the credibility interview. You can't be just answer like you have practiced. You have to answer like you're confidently talking about your own plan. Right, and then they will ask about your experience, previous experience, what you have been doing in the past. Have you worked? Is there any study gaps? Or you are thinking of why did you start studying? Have you completed any previous qualifications? Whether um, you're having good educational background, experience levels, and language is very important. So please practice at home before you sit down for these interviews, because it's very important you understand the questions, the accent, and the way that they speak. You should be able to understand what is the question is, because sometimes I do hundreds of credibility interview practice sessions with hundreds of students from different countries. They don't understand the question at first, and then they just give the answers that they came prepared with. So that is not right. So you need to really listen carefully to understand um, the question first. Okay, so I have seen a lot of students make silly mistakes during the interviews. It's just silly mistakes. You should have avoid that. If you have practiced well, you should have you could have avoided that. Okay, so then they will also ask, what is your universities teaching method, and are you how comfortable you are with that? Do you think this university will be able to give you the um, the return on investment, and how you're planning to study at this university. So these are very open-ended questions. You really need to have good understanding about the entire process to pass the interview. So it's not difficult if you prepare very well. You write down the answers, you do your own research, you are preparing yourself, you are good in English, you will understand the accent, you will be able to uh, practice at home before you go, and you learn about all the process, right? Then you are okay, right? But if you don't do any homework, you're just thinking all things will be okay, because a lot of people I have seen, they take it very easy and they think, oh, this is not, this is okay, or they don't want to do any hard work. Lot of students I've seen very lazy to read, very lazy to do research. They are not trying to gather the information. They are waiting for somebody else to get the information for them, and then they don't know what they're talking about sometimes. So that is wrong. So I want you to make sure that you are researching it well. You know what is the university, where it is located, the address, and how many students approximately, why that university, what is the ranking, what is their any awards, what are the facilities that the university has, what is this course about, and why this course is important for your life, and how it's going to impact your life, how it's going to build you as a person, what skills that you can build from it, in your time, investing your money on these university courses, right? So you need to do your own research. Please, it's very important, okay? And then the specific questions to study in the UK. So what are the modules? Hmm? If you're studying masters in MBA, what are the modules? RM, so, accounting and finance, I don't know. So you need to make sure that you know about these university courses and the modules that you are going to study, okay? Because every university website has this information, and if you don't know, let me tell you, you can contact me. I can get you the information to that particular course. What are the subjects that you're going to study, okay? I can help you where to find those. It is easy to relate to your previous studies. Now, for example, I have seen people who have completed nursing degree in back home country, undergraduate, I applied for master's research in public health. That is very related. That is good. So that's very related to the experience, the previous education, and continuing education in the same industry, which is very good. Okay, that's four. And another one is how do you know how the UK education is assessed? Like, what is how your ability, your education, your learning is, your studies, how it is assessed? You should know about it. How? Most of the time, it's assessments, coursework. There are presentations, Viva, and there are teamwork, group assignments, presentations, group presentations, individual presentations. You should know how your work will be assessed. Is it an essay type or question and answer? There will be examinations. So please learn about this, the method that they are going to assess your work. It is important as well. And then there will be another question. Uh, uh, okay, what is the course duration? What is your whether your university has any other campuses in any other country? How many departments does your university have under its business, science, IT, and arts school? What qualifications will you receive when you graduate? Okay, what qualifications? It's very important. So some of you and what is the undergraduate and postgraduate, how many credits that you need to learn, how many credits you will get at the end of the course. Okay, so that you need to understand what RQF level that you will achieve upon completing your studies. Now, for example, there could be foundation RQF level 3, and then there will be diplomas level RQF level 4, RQF level 5, and RQF level 6, which is undergraduate. And then you can go for top up degrees. If you do 4 and 5, level 4 and 5, you can go for top up degree final year. Then final year top up is equivalent to level 6, and then if you have completed level 7, then you can go for master's top up, and master's top up is also level 7. And you can think of then PhD levels, which is level 8. So you learn, understand about the different levels of UK education. Okay, right. And then did you consider studying any other courses? Okay, so you need to prepare yourself to these questions. If you want this document, I can share with you so you know what information to look for. Do you understand what is your responsibilities as a student? That is important. You should know what is a legal, how many legal hours that you can work, right? So like, for example, if it's undergraduate, it's 10 hours a week. If it's postgraduate, it's 20 hours a week. And during the um, holidays, you can work full time. So you should know about this basic information. Okay. And then what is your current occupation if you're currently employed? So it's all about your CV. You need to prepare yourself for. And then what is do you have relatives who have studied a similar level of higher education overseas? You need to answer these questions. Do you think this course is appropriate for someone at your age? So that can be another question. Okay, so that is about the specific questions that will finance your studies abroad. So that one is another thing that you need to be prepared for during the credibility interview. So if the cost of pursuing your course of study are in the higher education, it is expensive than your home country. You need to um, answer the question like, how are you going to fund your tuition fees? Who going to fund your tuition fees? Is it your sponsorship? I don't know. So that you need to understand and give answers clearly at the interview. And then what is the profession of your financial sponsor? For example, if your parents are funding your course, then you should be able to explain what your parents have been doing for past few years, how they have collected this money, and how they have saved it, and what is their capability to fund you. The validity of the documents and the financial status, and have you paid how much you have paid for the university, and then whether you are able to pay the rest of the money, and how are you going to fund that. So all this information related to financing your studies in the UK, it's very important that you prepare answers for these questions. Okay, and then the source of funds of the bank account, like how did you get the money to show the funds that is required as maintenance while you're studying in the UK, and then whose account the funds are with, and what is the relationship between the account holder and you, and why they are funding you, and how long the funds have been there, and are the funds in the account still. what method of transfer that you have done? Is it online or cash deposit, or how did it came from a third party account? So all this information you need to be prepared for, right? So yep. Then living in the UK questions are there. Actually, I'm on Facebook Live and I'm sharing my screen. Sorry, I cannot share my screen on TikTok. So it's just the information that you need to you will get to hear. But all the screenshot I'm sharing my screen on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Instagram. But unfortunately, I can't share the screen on TikTok. So thank you, Steve. Thank you for joining me on TikTok. There's so many people joining me on TikTok and on social media. Thank you so much for your time. It is today I'm giving you the UK CAS interview preparation guidelines for the students who are studying, who are applying to study in the UK. So I have helped already 1,251 students to pursue their dream in education in the UK and other countries as well. So we have done some of the students to Canada, we have done to New Zealand and Dubai, Malta, Malaysia, Singapore, Australia. So there are several universities that we work with, several countries. So if you want to know more information about how you can apply for these university placements, please do let me know. I have a team of professionals to help you understand what is the importance of higher education, how you can find information about these courses, where you can find this information, how you can learn about what course to select, and whether our team is able to help you. So please let me know. I am here. We have offices in Birmingham, UK, and we have offices in Sri Lanka, Malabar, Sri Lanka. So please let me know if you want to study abroad. Any university, we work with a lot of universities. We do almost like a lot of thousands of courses already, hundreds of courses. And what is your dream country to study? So we are here to help. So I'm on social media active, live on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. So thank you so much for the love and care and the inquiries coming from different countries. I would love to work on different projects, different cultures, different people from different part of the world. And I have been in the industry for past 15 years, and I have helped thousands of students. I have taught thousands of students. Um, I have helped people to complete their education online. Some of the universities, some of the online courses that we do. So I'm glad. I'm glad that you're still with me on this Facebook Live and in social media live. Okay, so I was talking about what is the credibility interview and what questions possibly they may ask in the credibility interview, how you can prepare this information. It's very important that you do your own research. That is what is important, and you can pass these interviews as long as you do your own research, do your homework. You have a lot of information online you can get, but a lot of people are very lazy to read, very lazy to find information, very lazy to prepare themselves, and then they fail. They fail the interview, they fail the CAS interview, pre-CAS interview, they fail credibility interviews, and they come back and saying, oh, I could have done better, I didn't prepare myself, I was not sure what I didn't get the answer, I was not sure about the accent, I don't know what to answer, I wasn't prepared, I couldn't answer properly. That's how people are. They will just take it easy, go to the interview, they regret later. But you should have prepared. Preparation is better than regret. That's what I say all the time to the students. But then they are occupied elsewhere with everything else, the job, family, traveling, all these parties, everything, but not prepared for the interview. and then they fail, and then they come back, regret, and then cry. No, that's not the right thing to do. So if you have got an offer letter from the university, you should put your 100% into it, because this is your life's biggest problem. So for some of you, it's the biggest investment, it's the biggest decision. You have been supported by your parents, your families, to pursue this higher education opportunity, and they have had lot of hopes, and you're here not preparing enough, or you're not skillful enough. If so, it's if you're not skillful enough, if you don't understand accents or the language, what you can do, you are the one who can change it. Do a little bit more, learn a little bit more, read more, listen to the accents, like listen to BBC more. You can grab the knowledge. It's not, nobody's preventing you. Is anybody is preventing you? No, nobody's preventing you. It's just that you can make it happen. If you are prepared well, if you can do the research well, and you can write down, if you do not understand, write down the answers, ask somebody, get the advices, right? And then be prepared for this, because I have seen a lot of people, they come back and regret, and they regret very much, and then they are, then some people, then they try harder next time, right? It's okay if you fail, then try harder next time. But then why your efforts, your time, your money, your if the energy, everything is gone down the drain if you fail. So that's why I'm saying, please try and do it best. Okay, right. Now I'm going to talk about what questions that they may ask about the living in the UK in the credibility interview. Okay, so where will you live, and how far your accommodation from the campus? So you should know clear answers. Do you can't go and just appear clueless. No, you cannot. Because if you're a genuine student, you should know where you are going, what will you be doing, how far is it the campus from your accommodation. So please, these are straightforward answers. Straightforward answers. There's nothing to think of. Just get the accommodation postcode and see where the campus is. Then Google search, Google Maps, and see how long it is by train, by transport, by walking. I don't know. So just have the answers ready, okay? And then how will you pay for your studies and living costs? So then you need to have these are clear answers. How? Whether your parents going help you, you're going to work legally 10 hours a week, 20 hours a week, then give them the clear answer. Okay, and then how much will your accommodation cost? You don't need to have the entire exact amounts, at least have some understanding about how much it's going to cost. Okay, how much is it for the shared accommodation, or a flat, or a shared house, so whatever. So you need to do your homework for that. And then the next question they may ask about, are you planning to work while you are studying in the UK? Yes, you can, because you are legally allowed to work whatever the legal amount, like 10 hours a week or 20 hours a week, right? That is what you're allowed to. So please make sure that you are, because you are supposed to legally stay in the UK and abide by the laws, okay? And then they may ask you about how many hours can you work in the UK? Does the university allow it for international students? Now, for example, if you're as a student visitor, you are not allowed to work. So you always you need to learn about what type of a visa category that you're going to apply for, and what is the condition on that visa, and how many working hours that they allowed. Okay, and then Uh, yeah, then they will ask about what types of jobs that you are looking for in the UK, within campus or out of the campus. So you need to have an idea. You can work on campus or out of the campus, and how what type of a job that you're looking for. Okay, and then they will ask about how will you travel to campus each day, and are there bus routes. So you can easily find the bus routes on Google Maps. So it's nothing new, not rocket science. So please, these are information that should be available, readily available on Google, or readily available on internet. So get this information right, write down and prepare yourself the answers. Okay, and then they will also ask about, do you know how many hours you will be able to work in the UK, how reliant you are being able to work when you're in the UK, right? So but you need to make sure that you should give priority for your studies. Okay, then they may ask about your future plans. What is your future plan after studies? How will the study course, studying this particular course that you have selected, will help your improve your skills, the career, develop your career? What is expected salary or for a fresh graduate in your home country? How much it's going to cost? In other countries, how much it's going to cost? In UK, how much it's going to cost? It's going to give you the salary, how it's going to pay, and then what do you intend to do when your visa expires? So you can come up with ideas, you can come up with the plans, such as you can say that you if you want to do more higher education qualifications in the UK, then you can say that. It depends on your circumstances. Okay, you can say, yeah, if you want to apply for the graduate visa, you can say that, because you are allowed to apply for graduate visa for 2 years in the UK after studies, so that you can start working full time without needing any sponsor. So that is a good part. And then you can say that you want to apply for the graduate visa, so graduate route, so that you can you can work, and you can get the experience. For example, if you have completed your master's in business administration, you get 2 years graduate route, where you can work as a manager, work as an executive, we work in banks or any industry. So if you have any industry that particular in your mind, you can talk about that. That is your plan. Okay, so students who are completing their higher education in the UK are getting 2 years of post study work. You can work as a without needing any sponsor. So that is the time that you can actually put your learning into practice. So it is very important question as well. And then they will ask you about, how are you planning to yeah, okay, that's that. Okay, whether you are planning to go back to the country. Yes, some of the students can go back to the country and start their own business, or some of them take over their parents' businesses. So be prepared about what you're going to do. Okay, just there are all right. So I'm going to talk about now uh, a few tips that will help you face the credibility interview, such as avoid generic answers, avoid vague responses, make sure you speak specifically about the course and how it aligns with your goals. Yes, some people just give vague answers like, why UK? Because UK is a good education. That's why. Or you say, because my friend is going, I'm going. No, no. Have a plan. Learn. Don't give just generic answers. It's just because somebody else, it may have worked for somebody else. No. So you need to make sure that you are giving the correct answers, well prepared, not vague answers, which is not specific to your circumstances. Now, for example, somebody else might have different requirement from the education, and some you are different, you are having different expectations, might be. So that's why I'm saying, so please make sure that you are prepared well. Do not give generic answers or the vague answers. And then know your responsibilities as a tier 4 visa holder. So as a student, you need to know about your responsibilities. How many hours you can work? What is your responsibility to pass? What is the percentage? What is the attendance requirement? You should know about that and understand the program contents. Please understand the program contents. Okay, what are the modules? How these modules going to help your future? And why you're studying that module? Why not the other modules? Why these modules is specifically good for you, and how it's going to help your future, right? So that very important. And then avoid discussing dual intentions. Although the UK plans to launch a post-study work summer 2021, avoid discussing any plans for living and working in the UK after you graduate, because it's not genuine intentions written. But post-study work, you are eligible for that. But you should have genuine intentions of studying, and then explore other opportunities. Okay, then communicate course motivation, demonstrate your motivation for enrolling in the course and how it will help set you up for the future success. Think of it as a job interview. So it's a credibility interview by UKVI. So think of it as a job interview. So tell, okay, explain how you will support yourself financially. It's very important. You cannot fund your university course as well as living expenses by working 10 hours a week or 20 hours a week. It's very difficult. So you need to have proper financial plan and whether your parents are supporting or your family should be supporting. You need to have exact answers for these questions. Okay, right. So the other important questions are, what is the correct website address for your university? What is where it is located, and what is the county? What is the reason behind naming your university? Okay, some they may ask, what is the reason behind naming your university? Typical question. Be confident, keep eye contact, good posture, and talk confidently, because it's about yourself. You know yourself better than anybody else. So be prepared for that question. And then any other country, that's very important to research. Okay, and then why specific university over the other options? What is the location of the university and the course modules? How many credits required for a master's, for bachelor's degree? What are the tuition fees for the course you have chosen? Who will fund your studies? What is your annual income of your parents? What they are doing? Are they employed, self-employed, or business owners? You can explain yourself per month in the UK when you move, and do you have any visa refusals? What are the facilities that the university is going to give you, and what is the university ranking? Right. Okay. So that is about the questions. And okay, so I have some questions that I can share with you as well. About role play, how to answer very good onto this question. Now, for example, Okay, so good answers and bad answers I'm going to give you. Okay, so why do you want to study in the UK rather than in your home country or another country? Bad answer is I heard UK is nice place and people are friendly. I can speak English there. I always wanted to see London. I like the Premier League football. Also in my country, job opportunities for graduates are limited. So that is a bad answer. That is a bad answer. That's a vague answer. Anybody can give that answer. So that's wrong. Okay. So the good answer for this question, why is UK is good answer is I am studying engineering and the UK has strong reputation for excellence in teaching engineering degrees. Once I graduate, I should be able to get a good job back in my home country and have a strong future because of my UK degree. I have a long-standing interest in British culture, and I'm really interested in seeing the galleries and museums in the UK. The difference is, yeah, the first answer is too generic. The final sentence contains red flag. Okay, so right. Now I'm going to tell even better answers. So you have to come up with, you do your own research on Google and see why UK. You will get hundreds of information, and then prepare for it, because you need to put these questions into your own understanding, your own scenario, your own circumstances. Okay, don't give just vague answers, just generic answers. Okay, so that's an example. Over the other options, bad answer is my cousin went to the same, or my friend went to the same university. He said it was good. Wrong. What is a good answer is the university's ranking. This university is ranked this number, and it is reputation, and it is having good employability skills, and then they are working with world class research. The degree subject has good national ranking. The teaching method is good. So the teaching is it a gold star, 5 star. So there are different rankings. Go to the website and get that ranking named. Okay, then give that specific answers. Okay, so you need to compare two universities or three universities and then give the correct answer. That is why I have you can talk about, and also you can talk about how many students, what are the facilities, what type of research that they do, what are the awards that the university has taken recently. Please do your homework before you go to the before you go to these interviews, make sure you do your homework right. Okay, and yeah, so I can get you another example, which is what will you do? Yeah. Countries. Okay, I have several answers there if you want to get. Okay, so it's 1 hour almost with me. I have shared all the information about credibility interviews, how important a credibility facing a credibility interview for UKBI or pre-CAS interviews, which you're supposed to be. Yes, so prepare for the pre-CAS interviews. So these days, a lot of people are facing pre-CAS interviews, and some of them have prepared very well. They know what they are talking about. They understand English. They are prepared. They are genuinely want to join UK universities for higher education. So they pass. Some people, they don't do their homework. They don't know what they're doing. They don't find the information. They are very lazy to gather information. They don't know where to find information. They don't know Uh, okay. They don't know. Oh, okay. Mm, right. Okay. So my TikTok live gonna end in yeah, in a minute. So see you TikTok. Thank you so much for joining me today through TikTok. So okay. Right. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So yeah. So um I talked about the credibility interview, how you can be important, because I have seen people who have you know, right. So I have seen some people who have failed these interviews and regret. I have seen people who prepared very well and passed, and they got the visas. They are in the UK. They're completing their studies. They are developing their many people who have completed their studies very well. So I am here to help anybody who would like to um, join UK universities. So thank you so much for joining me. It's 1 hour. We have discussed about different questions that may ask in the credibility or pre-CAS interview and by the university. So this interview comes after the offer. So once you accept the offer from the university, they may ask you to um, yeah, face these interviews, because it's very important that genuine and skillful students are recruited to UK universities, so that the industry will continue to grow. And the genuine students will move to the UK, and they will develop better careers, better economies. They will give back to the community very well, right? So that is the intention of the UK government, to ensure that immigration is controlled, genuine students and workers are coming to the UK, and giving back to the communities and integrating with the local British values. Okay, so thank you so much for joining me today. Today's Facebook Live, Instagram Live, LinkedIn Live, YouTube Live, and TikTok Live. It was all about the credibility interview, how you are prepared, how you should be prepared for these interviews. It's everything in a nutshell. It's about preparation, research, hard work. There's nothing you can get easily in life. It's just matter active learner, listener, and somebody who is able to grab the skill and read well. That is very important. I don't know any substitution for hard work. I don't know. So it's very important how you're preparing yourself for these interviews. Okay. So thank you so much for joining me today. I'll see you another day, and I am here to help many people who interviews in preparing themselves for the eligibility and then visa matters. I am qualified and I am experienced enough. I have a professional team based in the UK and in Sri Lanka to get you higher education opportunities. The visas perfectly done. We have high visa success rate in the UK, so I'm glad about it. Thank you so much. This is my social media movement towards learn to write with us. Goodbye. Right. Okay, so um, I have ended TikTok live, and I'm still on live Facebook and LinkedIn, Instagram, and YouTube. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll come Facebook Live or social media live another day with different topic that I can help with. If you want to know about different types of, if you have any questions, and if you really want to get information about study in the UK, um, please let me know. Comment in my Facebook Live that you are requiring. I can find you and I can help you. Thank you so much again. Thank you so much. I love the world. I love to help more students. I love to get people on board. I love to help many people to start their careers, start their learning journey. This is my passion. This is my life. This is what I do every day. This is my job. This is my um, dream. I would say this is my mission. So I'm with thousands of people, and I have energy, capacity, the systems, people, the team, and businesses set up in the UK and in Sri Lanka to help many more students. So please let me know how I can help. I do this every day. This is my job. So I'm happily, gladly, city, dream, location, because um, I started studying abroad, and that was one of my dream. So I'm glad. That's why I'm gladly helping many other students who want to start their careers, start their uh, learning journey abroad to make it successful. So thank you so much for joining me today. I'll see you another time. Goodbye.